live, by the way. So here we go.
Okay.
Never mind.
We should be on even if I can't see us. So hi,
I can stop
YouTube.
yelling.
Just in case. What's going on, YouTube land?
Hi, tube of you.
Tube of you.
All the tubes.
All the tubes. All the goddamn
Oops.
tubes. I can see us now too. So we're on. We're live. That's good.
Yeah, I better make sure I can see us as well.
Are either of you able to get this in like the Facebooks or on our Twitter? Or do I need to do that?
I think I can manage.
I think I can share it as I'm.
Like Brucey, Twitter, Wendy, Facebook.
Yeah, I
I'm
got.
actually on the Facebooks.
I got the Twitter machine.
All right, put it on the Twitter machine. I'll pull up the soundboard and get the intro ready. But yes, we are here. We are live. We are stoked. I think we have an excellent connection, so that's dope. All right, I gotta close some shit too. Yeah, you gotta go. I don't really need Messenger anymore because I was messaging you guys, and well, you're here, so that's kind of pointless. Get the intro video up and ready. I see that Wendy has posted it on the Facebooks.
My
Thank
tweet
you,
was
thank
sent.
you.
My tweet was sent.
The tweet was sent. Oh, I love having a team. It's just the nicest thing in the whole wide world.
It's up.
People that do stuff.
Hey Dom,
Yeah.
look at what I did for Twitter.
Hang on a sec. Hang on, let me find the intro video. I have too many fucking videos, obviously, because we do a lot. So it takes a minute. Ah, there it is. Yes, open it. Open it. No, don't play it. I said open it. I didn't say play it. What are you doing with your life, laptop?
Hey, Bear.
All right, volume level. Maybe here. And all right, let me see what you did with the. I can't wait to see what he did with the Twitter. It's got to be something MJF related. I know.
Actually, it's not.
Labor Day repos, but join the dark order. You dick. do not join the dark order.
Yes.
That being said, I'm going to retweet it. So and now I got to get back to my soundboard. Do I have volume? I do. Okay. We're good.
Man, 2 likes, 2 retweets. Oh.
Yeah, us. Because we love you, Brucey.
I was like, damn, 2 tweets, 2 retweets already?
All right, let me see if I can get my closet out the picture. Welcome to Where the Magic Happens. Join us.
Oh, dear God, please, no.
Uh-oh, Wendy's on the phone. That's not good. We might be losing Grandma.
No.
No, I was just talking to the husband.
Oh, hi, Jose. Who can't
I was
hear me?
having issues with my fire stick.
Oh, no, not the fire stick. I feel like this has to come down a little more. There we go. Now we got the merch.
The merch.
Sorta.
I feel so out of place. I did not grab mine. I'm wearing my Mustang t-shirt instead.
Well, I was trying to save the black one for Thursday because we had discussed that. So
This is true, and that's the only one I have, and I have to.
we
got to
come in looking like a click and shit, you know.
We do.
That TRWT3, you know.
We should try to make Sammy a TRWT hat that he can wear to the ring.
Oh,
That would be
I like
awesome.
that. I would totally if
Trucker
they,
style hat.
If they want like hats or shirts or something, we'll figure
Kirby.
something out.
Pay
Kirby!
attention.
Kirby, we need you to do us a favor on this one.
We need a TRWT and an Impact logo.
Merch maker, make them some merch. Okay. Let me just double check. All right, we're starting to get some people in the. Oh, there's Peter. Hi, Peter.
Yeah, it's like normal time for Peter right now.
No, he must be so happy because he doesn't have to stay up till like 4 a.m. to do this.
You can watch it at like 12 now.
I
Like a
think
normal human being.
if I'm not mistaken, it's 8 o'clock at night there.
Oh, dude, it's prime time. Peter, we're on prime time.
We're good. We're good.
We are your Monday Night Raw, Peter.
For once.
And we're better, so you're lucky.
Way better.
Much.
I'm actually gonna be watching Deadliest Catch instead of Raw tonight.
I want them to
That's a
watch
good
it.
choice.
They got all these Labor Day marathons. Like right now, there's a Rocky marathon. I'm like, ooh. There was a Matrix marathon yesterday. I was like, all right, I'm in.
Seriously? How did I miss that?
I don't know. There was a Walking Dead marathon. I was like,
Well, okay, I know how I missed it yesterday because I died yesterday.
You
I
really
got to
did.
mom's. I
I
got
was
to
worried.
mom's and I was like, hey lady, what's going on? And I'm sitting on her couch and I'm like messaging with you guys and I could feel myself just like,
Dozing.
The mom was like, here, let me take that. She took my phone, wrapped me up in a blanket, and that was it. I was dead for like 2.5 hours.
Oh, Mama B, you're so sweet. And happy Labor Day, Peter.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
said
right.
about
Happy Labor Day.
he said about
Yeah.
7:30, which is 8:30. So yeah, he's about 5 hours ahead of us. So we get to be in prime time for him. That's kind of cool. All right, are we like
Primetime TV.
are we like, you know, I'm not trying to be like perverted or anything, but are we like cocked, locked, and ready to rock?
Oh, the fuck yeah.
let's
Okay.
do this.
All right, let me drop out of that. Get to this. Hit
Party
this.
time.
Come on up.
Whoa,
All right, is it working?
it's there. Whoa,
Yes.
good push.
All right, fuckers, let's do
you.
this. Stop burping. You're
better
gonna fuck
one.
up the music. All
My
right,
bad.
all right, ready? Say, here we go. Oh, look at that stud.
Dude. Scary. There's the man right there.
Hey.
Hey, it's us.
Daddy likes you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of adult ages that should be watching this show. No kids, seriously.
Yeah,
Zero kids.
bring your
This is-
children
this is-
of all
this is TV
ages
14.
at your own peril. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, at your own risk. Like you bringing your children to watch us is like Thanos pushing Gamora off the cliff.
True.
Pretty
it really
much.
is.
You bringing your
Pretty
kids
much.
to watch this is like having me babysit.
But I
Look
will
what-
say,
Ooh.
it did work out for him. So just keep that in mind.
All right, so
That's all I'm saying.
this is Top Rope Wrestling Talk on YouTube and everywhere podcasts are found when we post
Enjoyed.
podcasts. Enjoyed. Joining me is none other than the First Lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, Miss Latina Heat herself, Grandma Wendy.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal.
Man, you always cut it off at the good part.
I know. I don't want to take off YouTube.
I know.
Fair.
I know. And also joining me is the guy that always cuts the good songs before they get good. The
I'm the reason
producer,
you have the good
guy,
songs.
the guy that doesn't want us to get fined and kicked off YouTube, the soundboard extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of none, Dom.
Hey, damn, that's a cold ass honky.
Yeah,
I
he
am.
is, especially for cutting my shit, man.
For show.
That's my jam.
Show.
That's my jam,
Oh,
bro.
show. I know.
And
Off air,
me-
we'll listen to the whole thing.
Me, I'm none other than the high class one, the man that is behind the petition for MJF to get his title back on Wednesday because he was robbed.
The man that fought
The
so hard on
high-class
Thursday
one.
and still lost to me.
The MJF scarf wearing, petition leading, Bruce. Fucker cheated. Son of a bitch.
I'm righter than you. No.
Fuck you.
Mwah. Mwah.
I rebuke this. I rebuke and refute it.
Yep.
You can
He
refute
cheated.
all you want. Look at the
He
record
cheated.
book. Record
He
book.
used a banned move. Banned legally.
Hey, you remember that-
Legally signed document in front of the
Oh, yeah.
world.
He signed the document, but then you know what happened? He lied.
But when you
Not
renege on a
trying.
contract, it becomes null and void, and therefore he should not be our champion.
Doesn't
Thank
matter.
you. The man with the
Doesn't matter,
Burberry
he's the champ.
scarf should be walking around with that title right now.
But
That's
he's not.
okay. That's okay because Tony's my man, Mr. T, Tony T, TK is gonna make this right on Wednesday night and
Fix
give
it,
my
Tony.
boy his title. Thank you,
No, he
Mr.
won't.
Khan. Make it right.
And keep
Fix it,
Moxley
Tony.
as champion.
Fix it, Tony.
Leave it alone, Tony. Leave it alone, Tony.
No, Tony, make this right. You know, you give the fans what they want, and they want MJF as champ. They want an AEW talent because everyone else says Mox is WWE. Give us an AEW talent holding that
Oh,
world
don't
title,
even-
please.
Don't even start with the WWE guy crap. I am so sick of that at this point. You know why they're WWE guys in the first place? Because they are some of the best to ever grace any other promotion. That's how they get there. Then when they leave, of course they're going to be the top guys in another promotion because they were the top guys in another promotion before they left. Duh! Stop with the WWE guy crap. Get some help and enjoy wrestling. I'm so sick of that shit. I'm beyond sick of that shit. I don't care if it's Moxley at AEW. I heard it from even Bruce mentioned it, EY and Impact. I don't care. These guys made it to that level because they were that damn good. So of course, when they leave, they're going to be that damn good. WWE doesn't take your skill set on the way out the door. They take whatever bullshit name they gave you before you walked in. That's it. They're still the same guy. Mox is Mox. He was Mox everywhere. He won titles everywhere. Then he went to WWE and won titles. Then he came to AEW. Guess what he did? He won a title. That's Mox. That has nothing to
He's
do
a
with WWE.
guy.
EY was a champion walking into WWE and they buried him. But when he walked out, he was still EY and he still deserves to be champion.
He's a WWE guy. Why can't Impact do it with their own people?
They do. But why couldn't they use EY? Why couldn't AEW use Mox or Jericho? These guys were huge everywhere, not just WWE. Jericho, especially, he was huge everywhere he went. Everywhere. He's not a WWE guy.
So
He
are we
went
going to
to
rant about,
WWE.
like WWE people, or are we going to talk about All Out?
I
We're
had to
gonna
get that
talk
out.
about
I'm
All
sorry.
Out.
We are going to talk about All Out. If he can sit here and vent about his
I
stupid
can't
petition,
do
I
single
can vent.
eyebrows, so you get double here. Huh?
Hmm? See, I haven't drank today, so I can do the sort of people's eyebrow.
I'm not even trying. I get headaches when I try it.
All right.
Travis.
So now that
That was
Brucey and
All
I
Out.
got to express our rage, and I think
Travesty.
Latina Heat actually looks rageless for once, which is nice.
I took a
I'm not
nap,
used
so I
to
feel
that.
great.
Oh, well, grandma nap. Duh. Okay.
Yeah,
So
grandma
she's
nap's
actually
better.
rageless. We can definitely get into AEW All Out, and
Let's do it.
I feel like we got to bring it back, guys. I feel like we got to go back to the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, we're cool. So, why don't we let Grandma Wendy kick things off for us? Give us your good from AEW All Out.
It was a little hard because I actually enjoyed the show. So picking one good might be a little hard for me. I definitely for me, a definite highlight was the tooth and nail match with Dr. Basura Baker and Big Swole. If it had Mom yelling like she was, then it was a great match. Mom literally was yelling, "Careful, Dr. Basura, don't lose your license." I fucking died. I died. I was like, "Mom, you're the funniest."
That is awesome.
She's great.
I mean, Mom
By the
spent half
way-
the time yelling at the TV, so.
I see Kadrian in the chat. What's going on, buddy? And I just wanted to say hi. I know you were here for Thursday. Did I not pick Big Swole and these two just ripped me a new a-hole for that? So again, I'm righter than you, but it was a good match. The Novocaine and breaking Britt's nose again, and
Again,
again, and then gassing her out.
poor Reba. Poor Reba just had a rough night.
Reba as the pizza delivery girl,
I died.
Dead.
I thought that was like the perfect beginning for the new Britt Baker in action. Like, not in a wheelchair, but like that was the Britt Baker that we've been wanting to see, that we thought we were going to see when she first set foot in AEW, and now we're like, yeah.
I agree, but last Thursday you were sitting here like, oh well, Britt Baker can't lose in her comeback. It'll ruin.
She shouldn't have lost. Honestly, she shouldn't have.
But she did. So, did it actually ruin her comeback?
Yeah.
No. That's why I picked Swole.
I don't think it ruined her comeback. I think it would have been
like a joke.
Much better if she won it. But the fact that she put such a great fight and the match was so well done, I think it definitely benefited her, and it gave us that mean, nasty heel Brit that we've been wanting. And I think if they continue this rivalry a little bit longer and develop it just a little,
and I think
not
they
too
will,
long, just a little bit more, I think it'll be great.
As the only thing that would be upsetting for me, even picking Swole, was if they just stopped this feud right now after this match, because it's been so good all throughout Dynamite while she was hurt during this match.
Yep.
So it needs to continue from here. Like, I don't think we've seen the last of Swole and Britt. That's all I'm saying. There will be Swole versus Basura 2. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. There has to be. There has to be. I don't know. I thought Britt should have won that match.
Oh, hi Kirby, hi Felipe, and
Kirby!
Peter has said Big Swole is awesome. I agree. She's definitely tremendous, and it was nice that she got to, kind of show out at the beginning of a pay-per-view instead of the buy-in, and just give you an idea of what she can do and what she's capable of, because there are people even now who aren't quite up on Big Swole, and I'm like, really? Mm-hmm. I fell in love with her when they were doing those specials on Dark, like
when she first showed up. That's when
I forget what they called it. It was from something to undeniable or whatever.
From undesirable to undeniable.
Undesirable.
Yes.
Thank you. And they told her story of how she had to fight through Crohn's and become a pro wrestler. How nobody wanted her. That AEW gave her the shot. Like, I fell in love with her then. I didn't know her. I fell in love with her.
Get her damn husband over. She
really does. So good for her. I'm glad she won. I hope this continues. It's definitely some good shit. And I can't even have to use the Vince.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Felipe on this though. He says he didn't like that they put it as the opener. I think it set the tone for the night, so I think it was in a good spot.
Yeah. And by the way,
it should have been on the buy-in, but
they just did a semi-cinematic match that we all enjoyed.
Yeah.
Take notes, WWE.
It wasn't over the top.
No,
it wasn't.
WWE goes over the top. They didn't. They had just enough cinema, and it wasn't over the top corny.
Right. It was well done.
Yeah.
It had little pieces here and there that were, like maybe pre-recorded or cut in or whatever, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. They found that right formula for that match.
The sweet spot.
So. Yep. Yeah, exactly. They hit that sweet spot, and when you hit that sweet spot, it's just So congratulations. Take notes, WWE, and from there we're gonna go to the high class one. What was your good from AEW Dynamite?
It had to be the FTR match.
I know
that match was. It didn't have the outcome that we were all hoping. I mean, it kind of did, but it kind of didn't have the outcome we were. But that whole match from start to finish was just off the wall good. It really was. It was back and forth, and it was straight up. I just hated that Paige didn't turn on him like we all wanted him to.
Are you kidding? I was
Kenny
like,
kind of had the little heel turn at the end, but
when Kenny had like that tray table in his hand or whatever it was, and Hangman's back was turned, I turned into like Emperor Palpatine at that moment. I was like, do it. Good. And then he put it down and walked away. And I was like, oh, no. Unleash your hatred.
The best part was when Hangman went over to like put his arm on him and he stepped back and he fell on his face. Like, that right. I think that was more heelish than hitting him with a fucking table.
It was. It definitely was.
It probably was. But I
That's
still
more of
wanted
an
to see him hit
insult.
him. But I still
But
want
that
to
hurt
see
my
him hit him.
feelings. I was like, you're supposed to be my friend. I'm supposed to lean on you, and you just let me fall on my face. Like, fuck you too. Like,
But
'cause,
this
like,
is the start of the feud that we've been asking for since this tag team was made.
If you think about it, the two breakups that we've been asking for months now are Hangman and Kenny, and Bailey and Banks. And when those two split up, Bailey like practically killed her, like just left her dead in the middle of the ring. Like, want to see a dead body? There's Sasha. Kenny, on the other hand, was like, "Give me my chalk. I'm out of here, man." It felt, you know, like a little bit of a drop off, but I'm still glad that it happened. I was just hoping he just clock him, just drill his it, turn that tray table into toothpicks, and then walk out with your chocolate milk, and then maybe you're okay.
Yeah,
but otherwise, it was a great match. The match did feel a little bit on the long side. There were a lot of long matches, a lot. Like every match on the card was like 20 plus minutes. So it did feel like it went on a little bit, but it built drama. But it was just long. I felt for those guys, like out in Florida heat for like 40 minutes. Ooh, doing that. Ooh.
And that humidity is relentless.
Like I go out in this Virginia humidity and I cut my grass and I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. Help, Gatorade. And they're out there wrestling for 40 plus minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know, I definitely felt for him, but it was a great match. My good, and it definitely didn't have the outcome that I thought it was going to have, but I still got to give my good to Thunder Rosa versus Shida. They had an incredible
was a good match.
I had said going into it they could steal the show, and I still believe that they did. It's nothing against the rest of the card. The card was solid. There were great matches, you know, lined up. But that match took it for me. I was hoping Thunder Rosa would win. She didn't. I had kind of assumed that when we got the notes from the conference call leading into All Out, and Tony Khan had said that, you know, basically there won't be any other NWA competitors after Thunder Rosa. And I was like, well, there's probably like slim to none chance she's going to win. Damn.
I mean, that was the obvious from the beginning, though. Like, you're not going to let your title walk out the door with someone who's not in your promotion. Plain and simple. That's basics 101 right there.
True. But, you know, like as we had said Thursday, we were kind of hoping, you know, maybe we get Thunder 2 belts and then maybe get Shida on those primetime specials for a rematch and she takes her title back. You know, just to give some, you know, just to have some, you know, cross promotional stuff where, you know, you build some drama and then you get some shine on NWA while they're technically not working on their own at the moment. And it would have been fun. But either way, the match was tremendous. I was glued to it. I know we had a live discussion thread that had like damn near 1,000 comments in it, but during that match, I couldn't even type. I was just, wow. Oh shit. Wow. Like I couldn't, I forgot my phone was even in my hand. I couldn't say nothing. I was just,
yeah. I think at
that
one
was
point
the
I was
only
like, squeezing
match.
my phone like, oh my God.
Yes. It was either that or it was, oh, there's a guy. Come on.
Yeah.
She almost had it. You know, like they definitely sucked me in. Is all I'm saying. It was a wonderful match. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And I'm trying to think. There was another match that kind of surprised me, and it was the one that none of us really cared about going in, which was Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like we were all like, man, slapped together last minute. Why are they doing this? Like, I don't really care. And then watching that match, I was like, okay, I care now because this is why they did it, because it's fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it got the Bucks over as heelish again.
Yeah.
Like original Elite when it was just them and Kenny.
Right.
You know, so I thought that was a plus. That also added with what Kenny did at the end of the tag match as well. So it's looking like we're going to get the original heelish Elite back.
Yeah, that would be super cool too. I've been thinking that for a couple of weeks now, but then looking
Kenny
at the
did
Bucks,
say it was time for the cleaner.
didn't he? I could have sworn he did it on his way out. I
It's
could have
time
swore
for
he
the-
said it's time for the cleaner.
He did. I think he said. I think it was like something like it's time for the cleaner and it's time to be elite again.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
I could have swore he said something like that on the way out the door, but like I was so amped up by the whole situation, I thought maybe I just hallucinated it in my own head. So I'm glad somebody else
no.
heard it. Thank
Oh,
you.
no, he
Brucey.
definitely said
I'm not that psycho. That's good to know.
it.
All right. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the original Elite one of these days. I know the Bucks were kind of fighting it as he was walking out, and again, it was that Palpatine moment where I was just like, "Do it."
Let the hate flow through.
Only
you.
then will you know the power of the dark side. Do it. But they didn't, and again, you know, you're like, oh, but you know, there's plenty of dynamites between now and Full Gear, so we'll probably get something there.
Absolutely.
So if it's okay, let's jump back to Grandma Wendy, and give us your bad from All Out.
I felt like all the matches went a little too long. Like I think we just touched on it, but yeah, I feel like especially that tag match. And Felipe said it, like, had it been 5 minutes less, it would have been just a little better. Because I did at one point feel very tired just watching, and I was like, if I'm this tired, how are you guys? Like, holy crap!
Like how tired is Chris Jericho at this point?
like everybody, every single match, you could see the point where they were just gassed out and they were done. Like, this is it. I've given you my everything. Can I please take a nap? Like, I'm exhausted, you know.
Like,
but I think that was my biggest issue overall, the length of the matches.
I agree, but at the same time, like, if you think about it, so they were kind of in a panic because after Hardy and Sammy, their match went short. I mean, we all know their match went short. Like, it went from the first spot of the match to the very last spot of the match, really, really, really quick. So that left a bunch of time that they couldn't fill. So they're like, all right, well, you guys get 10 more minutes. You guys get 5 more minutes. You guys get 3 more minutes, you know? And they all had like 10-minute match or a 15-minute match planned out. And now all of a sudden they've got 5 to 10 more minutes to add to their match. And they're like, what the hell do I do?
Like, that 15-minute match is now a 25-minute match. Figure it out. Oh shit. And and by the way, you're next. Oh shit.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair point.
Honestly, you know, even with the botches, I still don't know why AEW didn't put up the like temperature outside in Florida during the pay-per-view, kind of like WWE does when they're at the Saudi shows. Like, oh, it's 114 at midnight here in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. And Florida humidity is like its own unique beast. Like, there's oh god,
like, I know we have, for like Grandma Wendy and we have humidity here, but
nothing compares to it.
But Florida's humidity just looks at that and goes,
to Florida humidity.
Hold my beer right quick, and then they come in
80. It feels like 250.
Yeah, no, we
it's
get
disgusting.
like
the last time I was down there, it was like a
106.
Thanksgiving family reunion, and I was sweating in Thanksgiving, and I was like, this isn't normal. I shouldn't feel like I literally just walked out of a hot shower.
Grandma was like, why do people retire here?
It's the worst.
It's bad. The humidity's bad down here.
But there were a lot of complaints during matches, and you know, not just being too long, but being a little bit on the sloppy side. And you could see guys gassing out. You could see that heat taking a toll, especially these longer matches. And you know, it would have probably been better if they threw something up saying like, oh, well, currently it's 90 degrees, but with the humidity it's like 196. So you know, that sort of thing. It's just a little, I know it's a little thing, but it might have actually stopped some people from complaining. I'm not one of those people. I'm just saying. Percy, let's jump into your bad from AEW Dynamite.
My bad wasn't so much the length of the matches, but the length of the pay-per-view. The Casino Battle Royale didn't have to be on the main show. That could have stayed on the pre-show, and they could have kept Baker and Swole on the pre-show as well, even though they fit the main roster show or not even main roster show, but the main show. But I don't know. I think there was no point. And maybe you could have even
Right.
put the Bucks and Jurassic Express on the pre-show.
So I was gonna say, were you thinking like less talky, more fighty in the buy-in, or were you thinking bump
Absolutely.
the
I
guys
mean,
from the buy-in into and move those shows over? Because I gotta say, the matches they actually had on the buy-in were pretty good.
they had what they have 2 matches, 1 match. No,
Yeah.
they had 1 match.
2. They had Private Party against the Dark Order, and then they had High Class Jersey Trash and
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten about those.
And who the hell did they fight? I can't remember. It might have been Dark Order as well. I don't know. There was a lot of Dark Order on the pre-show.
Yeah, I don't know.
The buy-in. My apologies. I'm
the
sorry.
buy-in, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like those matches should have been on the pre-show side, on the buy-in side, and then
Yeah, I'm
kept
thinking
our
like
card.
more fight, less talk, that sort of thing. Get people like actually amped so they buy the pay-per-view.
And the thing about the buy-in that was always good is they don't keep drilling the matches over and over and over and over again. They may go over
Oh.
each match twice, not like
Buy-in was
800
Joey
times.
Janela versus Serpentico and
Yes.
Private Party versus
That's
Dark
right.
Order. John Silver
That's
and
right.
Alex Reynolds.
It was Jelly versus Serpentico. I'm sorry. My bad, guys.
Could have done without that one. I think
Yeah.
Oh, but
Bucks
it's
and
Jelly
Jurassic
though.
Express should have been there instead.
I love Jelly though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's great. You know,
And he brought Sonny with him. You
but
know?
it's I don't know. Yeah,
It felt like a waste. I was just like,
yeah.
Sorry, we
It-
got a
the good-
Psycho Clan appearance in the background here. My kid had to use the bathroom. My
But you know, I'm glad that Silver and Reynolds are actually getting to show what they can actually do in a ring, because they are actually a really freaking good tag team. Really, really good tag team.
Very good tag team.
agreed.
And
Very good.
They've been getting the shit end of the stick, and it's good to see like the tag match they had with Private Party was freaking amazing.
And yes,
was a good
it
match.
was.
Amazing. It was a really
was.
good match.
And you know what? Anytime that Jelly wins in a singles match, I want to see it. So, because you don't get to see it very often. You get to see him kill himself and lose, but you rarely get to see him win. So I was good with that show, with that match on the buy-in. But I gotta say, my bad is something that I found to be kind of hilarious, and that was Matt Sydal going for that shooting star press, and the Invisible Man knocking him off the top rope.
Vacant.
He made
twin brother.
Christopher Daniels look
Invisible.
skilled. Remember the fallen angel on his ass on the ramp?
Yes.
This takes the taco from that.
Yeah, definitely does.
Yeah. So is Seidel like officially AEW, or is he still ROH? Like just working with AEW?
I think this was kind of just like an appearance
second
or a
one, I think.
one-off.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, for instance, Brian Pillman Jr. has been on Dark and been on Dynamite and all that, but now that MLW is restarting, he's going back.
Yeah, he has.
So I'm guessing Seidel made the appearance, and once ROH comes back, he will be back there, because I believe, and I don't have it up, but I believe he's in their tournament for the new Pure title
Yeah,
champion.
he is.
They're bringing
He
that
is.
back. So he'll probably go back when that starts, but in the meantime, kind of do like a Pillman Jr. thing and have some appearances, make a couple bucks, fall off the top rope.
He straight up landed that like somebody took his leg out during
did.
the move.
He did.
He totally landed that like a professional.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I think if anybody that wasn't on his level, because even though I don't like him very much, I'll give him credit. Anybody else on his level tried that and botched that, they'd probably end up going out on a gurney.
Oh yeah,
he
like
managed-
if that had been me, I'd be dead. Like I'd have busted my
Yeah.
ass so bad. I would have
I mean,
died from the embarrassment. Like
In my heyday a billion years ago, I could come off a top rope, but if I fucked up on that move, I'm not sitting here with you guys today.
Yeah.
So
But
good for him to be able to
Seidel
catch
was
it.
just a one-off.
Yeah.
To answer Bruce's question, because if you look through his Twitter, he's just like, "Thanks AEW," like moving on. Like I think it was just a one-off for the fun of it.
Like, sorry, I blew that move. Bye, AW.
He does
Sorry, everybody's
acknowledge it, though.
complaining.
Oh yeah, he acknowledges. Yeah.
Yeah.
How can
Slipping
you
was
not?
bonkers. This is literally what he put. Slipping was bonkers. That was the first and hopefully a last. Thank you all for the kind messages and check-ins. I'm beyond honored to be a part of AEW
So-
All Out.
So wrestling fans sent kind words and check-ins to Matt Sydal, and then just tore AEW up for that kind of stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
where's the
I mean, I kinda
emoji
get it,
when we
but-
need it? Like,
Felipe, to answer your question, he said, "Do you think the casino battle royale is still a good idea?" I
Yeah.
think it's a good idea, but if they're gonna start treating it like their Royal Rumble, I guess you could say, they need to start treating it like that and making it like the go home match, just like like the
Oh,
Royal
yeah.
Rumble is
Or
on
yeah.
their pay-per-view.
I mean, they basically do it twice a year, once for men, once for women, and they did it last year at Double or Nothing. So I guess this year they decided to do it at All Out because they had done the ladder match at Double or Nothing. If they plan to use it once a year, for both males and females, I'm fine with it. I just don't know why they put it on the actual card this year when last year it was on the buy-in. And so was the women's, it was on the buy-in. So, maybe it needs to stay in the buy-in in order to get those matches in and get out before like midnight. Because even I was a little bit tired and just a teeny bit drunk by the end of that night.
The thing with this year's is it kind of, for some people, took the wind out of their sails when it came to the title match with who won the battle royale, because it was like once you saw who won, you were like, okay, well now I pretty much know the outcome of the championship.
Yeah. When I
'Cause
saw
I
the win,
did.
I was like, well,
I did.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I didn't say I didn't enjoy it. I was
kind
just saying it ruined the title match.
I was gonna say I will agree that it kind of gave away the finish to the title match once
Fucking
Archer
bullshit.
had won it, because you're not gonna put MJF in a match with Lance Archer. You're just
beat him.
not,
Make him tap.
like you did Moxley.
Moxley cheated.
I love what Felipe
Yes, he
said
did.
about the Casino Royale.
And it counts.
He said it's like a monkey's birthday. 5 enter, then 5 more. Almost nobody gets a moment. It's true. It is like
Yeah.
a wild monkey's birthday.
I mean, that's the
They should
wild
shorten the
card.
groups. Make
The
groups
wild
smaller.
card is usually the only one that gets a moment, and that wild
Yeah.
card this year was Matt Sydal, who then
fell
watched
on his head.
Shooting Star. So even that moment kind of got something taken away from it. But it happens. It's not like he planned to do it. It probably would have been a bigger moment had he been the wild card and hit a move like that and done whatever, his usual thing. I still enjoyed it. It did give away the title match a little bit, but otherwise it was fun. Congratulations, Archer, because now at least you're going somewhere. Ever since he lost that TNT title match, he's just been wherever doing whatever, kind of like Orange Cassidy's intro. He's just
He's just been
wherever
beating up everybody.
whatever, to whoever the fuck he feels like. So this
Cassidy's
is
the next
definitely a
AEW
nice
champion.
way to redirect. And not paying attention to that, we're gonna move on to the ugly. And Grandma Wendy, what was your ugly from from All Out?
Well, that's pretty easy. The Matt Hardy concussion.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck?
Yep, agreed. That whole splat moment with Matt Hardy and Sammy, and not even that moment, the fact that they continued that match.
Exactly.
That's the ugly part for me.
Like the whole thing, just from that moment forward, it was just till that match ended. That whole bit was just bad. I'm sitting there with Mom, and as soon as he landed, Mom's like, and he's concussed. I'm like,
Me too.
fucking fuck, man. And you could see it too. Eyes were gone, completely
He could
disoriented.
barely
Couldn't even
stand.
noodle legs. They
He
should
was
have just
trying to
called it.
talk, and it was
And Aubrey did her job. Aubrey
Yes.
did her job. I will
She
give her
called for the
that.
bell.
She may be the lead conspirator, but she did her job. Called
Yes.
it. Nope. This
Threw
is
up
it.
the
We're stopping.
X, called for the bell, the whole nine. And
And
then
Even Rebby said it in her Twitter. Like the people who failed that, who fucked it up, she claimed number one was Matt Hardy because he was probably like, no, I'm still good. Two, Doc
Yeah, I
Samson,
got this.
three, Tony Khan. All three of them should have been like using their fucking common sense and been like, no, this
Yes.
is done. Let's just end it, fill it
Fact.
in with promos, and then just figure out the rest of
or
it.
just move on to the next match and whatever. Like we don't need to finish this tonight.
And then
if
just say,
these
you know, we'll do
guys-
something. If not this Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Because
Like,
even
have
even
Sammy cut a promo this Wednesday and then move on to the next
right,
one.
even Sammy had to go to the hospital after that match. So
Yeah.
you know, Aubrey did her job. She threw up the X. She called for the bell. She got the doctors out, and she figured it was over. We figured it was over, and they would just finish this someplace else because you did not need to finish it if those guys are hurt. And about 5 minutes later, all of a sudden, Sammy's back, and the bell rings, and the match is going again. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute, what the fuck are we doing? You know, it's the whole reason that other sports like the NFL will have gone from like, oh, concussion, how many fingers am I holding up? 5. Okay, you're good. Get back out there. To no, you're not going on the field. We're taking your helmet. We're sending you off. If we think you have a concussion, you're not coming back. You're going to get tested. You're going to do whatever. And then when we clear you, you can come back. But they don't give a shit who it really is. If you look concussed, you're not coming back. And, you know, for it looked like it was going to that direction with Matt and Sammy. And then all of a sudden the bell hit and here's Sammy again. You're like, wait a minute. No.
And you would think Khan being the owner of a football team, he would know and behave better.
That was
Tony
going to be
Khan,
my
I may
next
love
point.
you, but I'm going to scold you right
I
now.
do too.
You should do better.
Yes. I am the South Philly Psycho. I have had plenty of concussions that nobody gave a shit about, and I approve Wendy's message. So
Honestly.
it was just you're absolutely right. You would think he knows, and it also seems, because we've seen them all at this point, it also seems that almost every AEW event, there's a, like pay-per-view wise, there's a moment that people all question afterwards. Like go back to the chair shot Cody took from Shawn Spears. And everybody was, and then it was concussions, and why are they letting chair shots to the head happen? And look at him bleeding, and he needed all these staples, and it was a bad look for AEW. Now go forward, and now you have Matt, and now it's another bad look for AEW. So while you want to have these moments, and you want people to, you know, really feel like they got their money's worth, you also don't want people talking badly about you after every pay-per-view. So just be a little bit smarter about what's going on in your show, and be a little bit more prepared to say, you know what, if Matt fucks himself up in this match, or if somebody does because it's going to be crazy, we're going to be ready with this match immediately following, or we're going to cut to a promo about our next pay-per-view, or we're going to go back and interview so-and-so or whoever. Just be ready with something else, and don't give people reasons to talk badly about you. You have been around for a year and some change. Don't give people reasons. They have enough.
Yep.
They make up enough.
Between Sammy and Matt, there'd already been enough like questionable moments. I mean, come on. Sammy literally chucked the chair at Matt Hardy. And it wasn't
like a dart.
It wasn't a flat toss. It was like launch it kind of thing.
Yes.
So
like
you've
a dart.
already got that going for you between these two. Why are you gonna keep going with it? Like in
and
that
then you
direction?
even had, you know, the whole chunk taken out of Sammy's head in the last match.
And it was like building
complained.
up to just getting worse and worse and worse. So then as soon as his head hits that concrete, okay, you stop the match. That should have been it. Period.
And again, to
Nothing
the people who keep complaining they want the Attitude Era back, this kind of stuff is the reason we don't have it.
Yeah.
Because guys were getting themselves killed, getting their brains splattered, and everybody was like, oh, it's great entertainment. And it might be, but at what cost?
Yeah, exactly.
And so if you want to do something, if you want to do something different, AEW, that's fine. But don't try to bring the Attitude Era back in your company at somebody's expense. Just don't. It's not a good look. And it's definitely not going to get any kudos from a guy like me with my concussion situation from 90s football and that kind of thing. Like, you're not going to have me like, oh, it's okay. High class. Did you have another ugly from this pay-per-view? Because I'm almost sensing you do.
Oh, I have the biggest fucking ugly of them all.
According to
How
Tony.
ugly
biggest-
is it?
It is so fucking ugly that the dude had to fucking cheat to steal the title from a wrestling
Oh
god.
my god.
The wrestling prodigy was fucking robbed by a cheating ex-WWE employee. Fuck you, Moxley. You're getting your title stripped on Wednesday, and it's going to the rightful owner, that is MJF, and fucking Lance Archer's going to tap out to the greatest wrestler of all time. Ha!
Urban legend that never happened.
Oh my god, you were ready with it.
I was. I knew it was coming. He didn't have to tell me.
The most hysterical thing. I love
The
it.
ugliest fucking thing that
You're
happened
welcome.
in that pay-per-view.
It was fugly as sin, all right?
Cheating motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Piece of shit.
And so we're gonna just skip past like MJF's low blows.
I don't even know.
and-
No, there was no low
Oh yeah, that's
blow.
okay.
That's
That's,
just
It was an
standard
cool.
accident. He was
issue.
tying his boot, and then when he came up, it just happened.
Oh, get
It
the
just-
fuck
it-
out
you know,
of here!
the mat was like the mat had a little bit of condensation from the humidity,
Right, and it just happened. He
sweat, and
popped
the
him in
mimosa
the
match. So his foot like slipped back a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Slip.
Have you ever had that?
If anything, MJF needs to be pissed off at Wardlow because Wardlow cost him that
way.
match. No, I
Don't bring
hear
up
me
my
out.
honey bunny.
Hear me out. How did Moxley get away with the paradigm shift in the first place? Wardlow jumped on the apron, grabbed the referee, and tried to throw the ring to MJF. Now the ring goes by MJF, and as he's reaching for it, Moxley snatches him. Paradigm shift. Referee doesn't see it because he's Wardlow. 1, 2, 3. If anything, Mox needs to be pissed at that dude. Or I mean, MJF needs to be pissed at that dude, and Mox needs to be thanking him
No,
because he cost
no.
that man his title.
No,
And
he did. He
MJF
was
had a
giving him
fantastic match.
his ring because he wanted him to look friggin' really good when he got that 1, 2, 3, and then the paradigm shift
God.
came out of
Exactly
fucking
what it was.
nowhere.
I have to ask you, Brucey, is your head up your ass for the warmth?
Listen, you just don't see. You're one of those narrow-minded wrestling fans that only see what you want to see, and
No,
you
I
only
see the big
what
picture
you
'cause
wanna
I ain't got
see,
my
but
head
you
up my
don't see
ass.
the whole picture like me and Wendy do. Me and Wendy see the whole picture.
See all of it.
We got the big
Right.
picture.
Right.
You narrow, us big.
Yeah. I think it's the opposite
Exactly.
way. Because me, head on shoulders. You head up
No
ass.
way.
Narrow. Narrow.
No way.
If anything, he should
You got to
be
see the
made
forest
Wardlow.
through the wood, through the trees,
But I
man.
have to say that MJF put on a tremendous match against Moxley. I will
Did you
give him
expect
all
anything
the credit
else?
in the world.
He's a
I did
wrestling
not.
god.
I told you on
Prodigy.
Thursday. I wanted to see how he would react to big time competition, because to
won.
this point, he has not had an opponent on the level of John Moxley, and he reacted to that and stepped up. Now,
He
while
won.
he didn't win the championship last
He
night,
did.
Night before.
night before,
Saturday. The
What
night-
day
the
is it
night he
again?
won
Oh,
the
right.
title.
even
night
though
he
he
won the
didn't
title?
win at All
He
Out,
did.
he will definitely be a champion in the future. He proved it.
Wednesday.
It won't be Wednesday. You're
Oh, he's
already
getting his
disappointed.
title.
Your kid at Christmas moment is already gone. Don't build
He's
up
getting
another
his
one,
Title.
because then by the
Wednesday.
time we get to this interview, you're going to need antidepressants and
OTK
shit.
is gonna make it right.
Yeah, don't bank on it again, because by the time we get to Thursday, you're going to need antidepressants and shit. You're going to be all mopey. You're going to be all irritable and shit. Wendy and I know we have put up with this before. Just take it easy. Let's see what happens. Breathe. Because we have to live with these kid at Christmas failure moments, and we're like the mom and dad, like, oh man, we fucked up, but it wasn't even us.
It's like,
It
ah,
wasn't
shit.
even us. Like, damn it, we should have gotten that bike. I knew it, Wendy. I just knew it.
I'm sorry, I thought a book would be a great idea.
I know. Who knew socks were a bad Christmas present? Fuck. So just take it easy. Let's see what happens. But I mean, there's no shame in what MJF did. He put on a tremendous match. He had Moxley, damn near beat a couple of times. I was very impressed, and he definitely proved that one day he deserves to be AEW champion. It just wasn't that day. Like I had said.
I knew he
So
was gonna put on an amazing.
I'm gonna
match,
sip
but
this because it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
taste. I'm gonna
But
sip this because it's gonna
Archer
taste like
winning
victory.
the battle royal ruined it for me.
Pretty
Mm,
much, yeah.
He fucking ruined that whole match. That ruined the whole match for me. That's why it needs to be at the end of the night or not at all.
that victory was just sweet. Mm. But yeah, and again, Wendy, I don't read the bad mouth Wardlow. Though I know,
Piece of shit.
but he really did kind of cost MJF that match.
No,
I mean, if
didn't.
MJF would have just caught that fucking ring, I'm just saying.
Oh,
If
the tables have turned. I like
If
this.
just
Moxley
saying.
didn't use the friggin' paradigm shift,
I mean, that
MJF
too.
would have won. And he still he won. What am I talking about? He still
He
won.
didn't. He
He
lost.
won.
He lost because of Wardlow.
No, he
because
won.
Wardlow was holding the ref, or else
He
the ref
won.
would have seen the paradigm shift
He still
and
won.
disqualified him.
He still won.
Had the ref saw him use the paradigm
Oh,
shift
he
because
still won.
Moxley got pissed in the middle of
Still
the match
won.
when MJF
He
spit
still won
on
the
him
match.
and tried to hit him
Nope.
with the and hooked him
MJF.
up.
New champ.
When he hooked him
Wednesday
up,
night.
So I
So,
explained
anyway,
to Mom. I
when he
explained to
hooked
Mama
him
B.
up-
Did you mute him?
I really did. When he hooked him up, the
Bruh.
referee told him, dude, don't do it. I'm gonna have to disqualify you. This is gonna happen. And I told you mutes were gonna happen. So and Moxley stopped. Wardlow holding the ref. Moxley knew he'd get away with it and just said, okay, I'm planting this motherfucker right now. Boom! And that was that. So if it were not for Wardlow, maybe Brucey would have got his moment. He would have got his Christmas present in September.
I did.
And I wouldn't even have showed up for this show. I would have just hit record, but like, okay, guys, do your thing. I'm out.
So I explained the rules to Mom of that match. And when he hit the paradigm shift, Mom was like, but wait, isn't that cheating? He's not supposed to do that.
Yes, it
So
is.
My mom said it's cheating. That means it's cheating.
Thank you, Mama B. MJF won right there. It's done. Mama B
Thank you,
said
Mom.
it.
But if you go
Mama
back,
B said it.
Yep,
don't make me
yep.
share the screen and go to like all out results and see Moxley wins over MJF.
That's all right, because I'm already predicting the future that he's going to be stripped on Wednesday.
Again, here you go with the Christmas presents. Felipe said, oh, I like the tease of Wardlow against MJF. I do too. I mean, they already had the tease when they lost that tag team match, and MJF turned around and immediately started pushing and kind of slapping Wardlow, which I thought, oh, that's your ass. And it didn't happen. And now he's probably going to be mad as hell at Wardlow because even he had mentioned something on his Twitter about it. So it's going to be, they're definitely teasing it. They're definitely building it. And I kind of want to see it happen. The only thing is I'm going to be in the midst of the MJF mark and grandma's sex toy during this upcoming show. And I'm afraid because like, it's just going to be a war between two different factions. We're going to have like the Wardlow group. We're going to have the Wardlow mark and the MJF mark. Just
MJF's going to remain number one contender all the way through the Lance Archer segment. Stay number one on the top of the charts. After AOP joins MJF and kicks Wardlow out, he will then take the title.
Grandma Wendy, do you want to read? Peter's last
Wardlow
comment?
is most definitely giving him an F10. He is most
Yeah.
An F10. I love that. That fucking kills me. F10.
Would you,
at some point he
Grandma
will
Wendy.
be doing it.
Grandma Wendy, would you like to read Peter's last comment in our chat here? Uh-oh.
I'm gonna pretend it's the very last one that says, sorry, I had to nip to shop, so back now, LOL. There's nothing before that. There's no comments before that.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll read it for you then. Peter had said, I want Wardlow to kick his
I'm
ass.
sorry, I've gone deaf suddenly. What?
I want Wardlow to kick MJF's ass.
I honestly don't see that though. The
I
last,
don't see it either.
but the ref didn't see LOL.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah,
about
there's like
kicking
two
ass.
more comments after that I've got here on my feed.
No, it's not there.
It's there.
No.
You're
I'm not
making
seeing
shit
it.
up. Wendy
Oh, I'm
can't
making-
see it. I can't see it. Stop making stuff up.
Oh, I'm making stuff up, huh?
Huh?
Oh, I'm making stuff up, huh? Am I
'Cause
now?
I'm scrolling through.
Look right there. Look right there. Right there in the corner. I want Wardlow to kick his ass, Peter. Oh, but I'm making stuff
not
up,
up
huh?
on mine. Not
It's
up
not
on
on
mine.
mine.
It's right there in the live chat. You can all see it. It's on the recording.
But I'm just saying, it's not up on mine. I didn't
It's
see
not
it on
up
mine.
on mine either.
It's up on mine. and you just saw it. And
Well,
yes,
in
Peter.
that regard, yes. Thank you,
Yes.
Peter. Real quick, before we continue forward, quick shout out. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
He's watching, but he's not commenting. Quit lurking, Bradley. Comment.
Being that
Lurker.
guy.
Come on, say something. Say it. Say it.
I love Bradley. Bradley's a sweetheart.
Oh man. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go with this whole thing. Like, you know, there are we're obviously in the midst of now Mox versus Archer, but I think Bruce and I have been talking about it the other day. And if they were to, you know, set up another match between Mox and MJF, like on Dynamite, and he takes that title, would you want to see Archer as the number one contender, or would you want somebody else? Because I can tell you right now who I'd really like to see if MJF wins the title on Dynamite and they have and they're looking for a number one contender.
I
And I
I
just
guess
think
want-
Brian Cage.
No, I think he deserves it too after everything he's been through.
I just want to see Moxley defend his title against Archer, and then Archer win it, and MJF come out and say, "Hey, guess what? That's not your title. That's mine. He cheated," and takes the title from Archer.
Yeah, that
That
would
would
be his.
be awesome.
So you want to see? So Brucey wants to see MJF die, but I'm going to tell you, if
Essentially.
MJF were to get a rematch with Moxley on Dynamite and win the title, the number one contender ought to be none other than Freshly Squeezed.
Mhm.
Orange Cassidy versus MJF at Full Gear. Like somehow he gets in a match with Archer and he takes number one contender after Mox loses his title, and you get Freshly Squeezed versus MJF. You got two AEW guys for the AEW title,
Oh, fucking time.
and then everybody
Yeah.
could
It
shut
should have.
up,
It should have happened Saturday.
and I won't have to
It
bitch
did
about
happen Saturday.
stop it with the WWE guy crap anymore, because there won't be one.
Mhm,
That would be
No,
paradise.
there still is. There's three.
Between-
There's four of them.
Between Freshly Squeezed and MJF, there's a WWE
No, there's
guy?
there's four. There's four guys.
That was my point.
So
If
there'll
they
only
went
be
in that
three.
route, if they went that direction, there would be no WWE guy. It would be MJF and it would be Freshly Squeezed. Neither one. Unless you want to count MJF getting pushed by Samoa Joe when he was in NXT and MJF was working security. That might make him a
That
WWE
wasn't
guy.
MJF.
I don't know if that counts.
That was some.
That
no,
was
wasn't
MJF.
MJF. No,
That was
he would
MJF.
never lower himself to that standard.
But he
That
did.
was him.
But he really did.
No, that was somebody else.
It was him. It happened. Yep. Oh man, but yeah, there that would just be, you know, that would just be if we get a rematch. But it's going to be interesting to see where things go on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be totally honest with you. I have no idea what's happening on Raw tonight.
I don't.
None whatsoever. So no
We
preview.
care.
No, not at all. I probably won't be watching.
No.
And should while we're here, should I kind of give people the update that we got going into this recording, or should we hold
No.
off?
Hold off.
We're gonna hold off.
Yes, announce it as normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a pin in it. We'll circle back.
Okay. Because
Everything's normal.
unless we've got something else, I think it's about time to get the hell up out of here.
I think
So,
I'm good. Wendy, you good?
I'm good.
Grandma. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Brucey.
Oh, real quick.
Oh.
Can we talk on the Mimosa match real quick and how funny it was?
Fuck
Oh my
yeah!
God, yes.
I
I'm sorry.
loved the very end when Jericho is holding on real tight and Mom was like, "Ooh, he can't hold that barrel body up that long." And then he like splashed right into it. And then he was just chilling in it. And Mom was like, Can you imagine how cold and nice that feels after a hot ass match?
They ought to be jumping in that mimosa.
She
As
spent
hot
the
as
whole
they
time
both
calling
were.
him a barrel with legs.
A barrel.
Oh,
Well, is that
Yeah.
better?
shit.
Is that better or worse than calling him a keg body like you did?
It's a bit of both. It's like right there. It's right there with it.
You know what he would be, because they've sponsored those matches before. He would be a Cracker Barrel with legs.
He is indeed a cracker barrel with legs.
Shout out to Cracker
I'd
Barrel.
be down with that.
Sponsor
He
us.
was hanging on. He was hanging on to those ropes. And
He
Mom's
was
like,
for dear
"You
life.
can't hold that much weight on there,
Mm-mm.
baby."
And those ropes are slick. Just ask JR. He said it like 9 times.
Oh, it's hot and humid out there, pal. Them ropes there are getting slippery.
Oh, the ropes are slick from perspiration and blood and
From everything. From everything.
from every
Wardrobe
other bodily
malfunction. I
fluid
mean,
you can think
sorry,
of.
I
My
can't say
God.
I
that no
wonder if they
more.
were like wiping him down after every match. I don't think
Probably.
they should.
Because,
I
you
don't
know, a few times
Down the
during the
poles
match,
before they get on
or
there.
a few
They should,
times,
like wipe
a
the
few
ropes.
times
Well, they don't
after
wipe down stripper poles before every.
oh, I know, but you could
dancer.
see.
No, the strippers have to wipe it down themselves, and they do like the sad wiping dance, and then they like throw the towel, and then they're like, "Oh,
But you
fuck
could
my
see
life."
like after matches, you could see like people jumping in the ring to like wipe stuff up and like sweep up tacks and like get rid of like furniture that had been broken or whatever the hell. So it looked like they were trying to do something between
I
matches.
guess.
Darby Allin's dead, by the way.
Yeah, he really
Oh,
is. But
that
at
was
least he
the
body bag already, so half the work was done.
yeah. At least the corner could just take him out. But that was the other ugly moment. But but it wasn't as impactful because Darby has a bunch of them. But still, the tacks and the body bag and then power bombing him over the top rope was like, oh damn.
But I
That boy
mean,
I saw
that's
somebody.
just what Darby does, though. Like it's
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's nothing new. That's not like falling 17 feet onto a concrete floor.
Oh no, that's why I prefaced it by saying like this is what Darby does, so it wasn't that impactful. But
yeah,
if you would have had anybody else in that body bag full of tacks and tossed him
that
over
was
the
Ricky
top rope,
Starks. Oh my God,
Oh.
people would have went nuts.
cue the
I
old
would've died
school.
if it was Ricky Star. I would have been bawling my eyes out like not
Yes,
boy. Oh
but that's
my
when
God.
that's when JR has to have flashbacks to like Hell in a Cell, Mankind Taker, just by God, he's broken in half. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like if it was anybody else, they would have had that JR moment, but it's Darby Allin, so you're like, oh shit, must be Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, like I saw someone on Twitter posted something like, "Oh, we're gonna cry about Matt Hardy, but fuck Darby Allin," and I'm like,
no,
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 but
not fuck Darby
what
Allin,
he
but that's what.
does.
Yeah.
but that's his thing. Yeah, exactly. Like Matt Hardy has not been Team Extreme for quite some time now. So, you know, his last big ladder fall was probably against the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian. So he can't really, but so when that happens again,
WrestleMania.
and it happens on a concrete floor, of course you're concerned. But when it happens with Darby Allin, it's like this is what happens with Darby Allin. No offense, but it's like he shows up, he cuts a black and white art school video vignette, then he comes in and gets
Art school
killed in the
dropout.
ring by Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, typically. So when it happens, you're kind of used to it. You still feel for
Yep.
the guy, but you're like, it's Darby, he'll be back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
He
kid
does
bounces
worse than
back.
that.
He's like what, 12? He'll be fine.
Yeah, Darby Allin does worse
He's
than
only
that.
a year older than Marco.
Right. But Darby Allin does
Exactly,
worse than
12.
that outside of a ring. Like Darby will do worse crap to himself outside of a ring than he does in it. So you're still like, okay,
And
you
yet-
know, maybe
and
you ought to
yet-
wise up, but This
Marco
is
gets
what you
picked
do.
up and thrown around like a rag doll. People laugh, but we're gonna freak out about Darby. Really? Marco's much tinier, you guys. I'm bigger than Marco. I weigh more than Marco, and I'm like
So,
a split centimeter taller. than
everybody's
him.
okay with child abuse, apparently.
Oh,
Apparently.
oh, guys, whew, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I've got to read this. This is a post from Christian on Facebook. This is so awesome. You just see me start laughing. He goes, "So I'm getting ready to watch the main event of All Out, and MJF's music was playing. All I could think about was Bruce Higgins telling me to shut my whore mouth because I dared to question whether someone other than MJF would be the one to take the title off of Moxley."
I did love when Chris came back at you on Facebook and he said, you know, the only people that like MJF are rich pompous asses and neckbeards. Which one are you?
Oh my God,
Just
Chris!
shut your whore mouth.
Chris, you were on fire
I
this
can
weekend,
think of
buddy.
what
Love
You
it.
are the
I'm
MVP
here for
of All
it.
Out.
Love it.
Oh,
So,
and speaking of which, I don't know if because Wendy and I are in charge of our group title forms, and I don't know if she got my message about the tiebreaker on account of the fact that she was dead yesterday. Look back in the TRWT3 chat.
Or as I
If
call
we
it, the
had-
Fabulous Freebirds.
Yes, the
Yes.
fabulous Freebirds.
Because we had the
As I call CU.
we had the tie for
Uh.
second place, but since we're talking about Chris, I wanted to let him know that he is
I just saw the I'm
officially
old and need sleep gif.
yes, that was me.
Fuck you.
That was me yesterday while Brucey and I were waiting for you for the meeting. But I will say congratulations, Chris, because you were actually you actually won our pick form and are our new AEW group champion. So yay! But beyond that, we're not sure. Because we had a two-way tie for second. We had some people, and I was trying to figure it out with Grandma Wendy, and she was dead. So I think for
Why am I
now,
not finding it?
okay, well, I think for now we're gonna let Brucey do the social medias, and we'll just announce that in group later. I'll get a chance to talk to Wendy about it. I don't want to do it on air.
Fair.
So as you just heard, from one of our amazing group members in Facebook that I told to shut their whore mouth. If you want to come on Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook and talk
And
bad
have Brucey tell you to shut your whore mouth.
MJF and have me tell you to shut your whore mouth, you can come find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We are a publicly traded group. Invite yourself. We'll accept you. Come in, talk wrestling, join the forums. Talk bad about MGF so I can tell you to shut your whore mouth.
Right.
And yeah, have
What
fun.
a perk.
Right. What a perk. You can also listen if you guys want to buy our sweet ass friggin' merch. You can go to TRWT merch on Facebook. That is our merch page. That is where you can find our logos that we have out, our coffee mug logos, our shirt logos. Our hoodies are going to be coming very, very, very soon. Yeah, just hit us up on a message and we'll get back to you about price and all of that stuff and time.
Right.
And
everything's made to order. It's everything's made to order. It's customizable. Our shirts have multiple logos you can put on them. We have some colors. We're still working on that on adding in. But we're getting new stuff all the time. We've got a lot of logos you can choose from. We've got hoodies coming, I think the end of this month, maybe beginning of October. And
masks.
and
masks. Masks, coffee
Yes.
mugs.
So you can get like a real nice Fauxbury mask like Brucey's.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you can get your favorite slogan from your favorite wrestler. You can get their catchphrase or whatever.
Yeah, you can get your favorite host nickname on the back of your shirt. You can get like South Florida Psycho.
You can get High
Grandma
Class
Wendy.
on one side.
High Class.
You can get Shut Your Whore Mouth on the other side.
Well, we got to check
Apparently,
with Kirby for that one.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's a possibility.
That's true.
And of course, you can also find us on Top Rope WT on Twitter. We have a pretty solid following of like pro wrestlers, other podcasts, guys we get along with, like Clark Street Wrestling, who we want to have back on. I'm pretty active on there. I don't know about everybody else, but I know I am. So, and oh god, Instagram. I don't even want to do this.
Oh, you can find us on Instagram at top_rope_wrestling_talk.
Yes. See, It's not as easy as you think, is it?
She kind of
I know
nailed
my
it. Though.
Instas.
She kind of nailed it.
I'm all about the Insta.
And of course, the big news that we dropped last week, hopefully Thursday, because we're still working out, but Thursday we will be joined by not one but two former Impact champions in Jessica Havoc, and of course the Draw himself, Sami Callihan. I've been calling him Savick lately because I watch a lot of Star Trek movies and it just feels like a good couple name, but that's that's another story altogether. Right. It just does. But Sami and Jessica should be here Thursday night at 8:30 live on YouTube with us to answer some questions, talk to some fans, have some fun. We're gonna enjoy the living hell out of it. And we forgetting anything? Oh, podcasts. Anybody want to cover podcasts?
I can do that real quick. Yes, you can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. And from there, you can find us on all platforms wherever you listen to podcasts: Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, iHeartRadio, everywhere. Listen to us, rate us, share us, pass us around, etc., etc. I was gonna say tip us, but you can't tip us through any of those. That makes me sad.
No.
Tip
But
us.
yeah,
Whoa.
listen to our podcasts.
I could use some tips.
That's all he needs is the tip.
Just a tip, just a tip.
That's what she said. No. It just felt right. Yeah, we've got Felipe saying can't wait for that. Oh, and Kirby says tune in tomorrow on feedback or on Facebook.
Facebook.
Faceback.
Face.
Kirby says, let me try this again. Tune in live tomorrow in Facebook for a merch surprise.
Oh
Ooh.
shit.
Ooh. Spoiler alert. So again, thank you everybody that tuned in on YouTube and asked your questions and commented along. We love you guys, and we will see you Thursday for Sammy and Havoc. I'm excited. Can't wait. Everybody stay safe out there.
8:30.
Wear your
Yes.
mask. Don't
Same
be a
bad
Loki.
time, same bad channel.
Same. Wear your mask. Don't be a Loki.
Word,
And of
yo.
course, above all else, Grandma Wendy.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Say word.
Boom. Peace, y'all.
Still
Boop. All right. Recording is
I
done.
love
I gotta
Felipe's
get
Moxley made the Toru Yano deal with it. And I actually saw someone like put the two pictures next to each other. And he's just, like both of them are like, fuck you, Mox.
That's us though.
Fucking prick.
That's like the emoji of TRWT. Like, All right, YouTube. Thank you so much. We're out of here. Bye.
Bye.